Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Erwin and for everybody who's new to the channel, welcome. My channel is all about photography and photo editing. Today we will talk about my top 10 photography channels on YouTube. Let's get started. So as you all know, YouTube is a big platform. There are a lot of channels and I had some difficulties in the past finding some good channels to learn photography and photo editing. So to help you guys on the road to better photographs and better editing, I give you my 10 favorite YouTube channels, which I watch basically all the time when searching for new inspiration or want to learn new stuff on photography. So coming in at number 10, it's Jared Polin with Froknowsphoto. Don't know if I pronounce it correctly, but he's a great photographer. He does some reviews on equipment and gear. Besides that, he takes the equipment into the real world where you can see how he uses it, where it's suitable, where it isn't suitable. He gives raw data from the images he took available for you to review and to watch. So this is a real added value when you compare it to other channels. In my opinion, a good channel to learn something about gear. He also hosts his own talk show, which he records and then launches on YouTube. I didn't see him do this live, so I think it's recorded. Besides that, he does portfolio reviews, it's high-speed critics. He takes Flickr accounts or 10 images you send him and he will review these images and give his personal opinion on these photographs. So that's Jared Polin from Froknowsphoto. Coming in on number 9 is a fellow countryman, a Dutchman. It's Froknowsphoto. He has a daily vlog and tells everything about his life as a photographer on a daily basis. He has his own studio where he does a digital classroom and explains everything on the shoot he's doing at that moment. Besides that, he does software and gear reviews. He explains everything he knows about the gear, about the software, he tells everything he knows about those subjects. Frank is a very nice personality and a great teacher. It's very easy to listen to him. He has a pleasing voice. So head over to his channel and give him some love. Coming in on number 8 is Digital Rev, or should I say Kai W. Since Kai W started 7 years ago or 8 years ago at Digital Rev. After a long period of making YouTube movies for them, he switched or left Digital Rev and started his own channel. For Digital Rev he did tutorials, product reviews, funny videos, so it was very broad. Now he has his own channel, he does a vlog, and not on a frequently base, but more in a loose. When something's going on, he makes a vlog about it. So camera releases, his travel experience to somewhere. So basically I gave you 2 channels at this point at number 8. Since you still can follow Digital Rev, but I think the personality behind this, the Kai W, is the one you should watch. So that's coming in on number 8. At number 7 we have Benjamin Jaworski. It's a German guy who loves talking about photography. Now he has 2 channels, a German one and an English one. Both channels are for both beginners and more advanced photographers. So if you would like to know something about a specific topic on photography, look at his channel. He has lots and lots of information on photography.
My name is Benjamin Jaworski, photographer and adventurer. 10 years ago, I started to teach myself photography. Today, I travel the world as a professional photographer and filmmaker. Learn from my experiences, mistakes and tips, and join me on my photography adventures.
At number 6, I put two people. They run this channel together. They love teaching other people the art and science behind photography. They are called Tony and Chelsea Northrop. They do photography tips and tricks and tutorials. Also body and lens reviews for photography gear. Besides that, they also teach the art of editing. Weekly they put out about 3 videos. So their channel is really growing and a lot of content can be found on their channel. Now we're halfway. At number 5, I put Kelby1, the man behind Photoshop World. He runs the Kelby1 channel. It's Scott Kelby. Everybody knows Scott Kelby from Photoshop World. Besides that, he also runs the YouTube talk show The Grid, where weekly he has guests and talks about photography, about editing, about upcoming events, all kind of stuff in the photography world. It's a great personality to listen to. He can talk about basically anything. It's a great teacher. He knows the photographers who really make a difference in the scene. He also points them out. He invites them to make tutorials. Yes, I was speechless. That's because he basically does everything you can do in the scene. He makes videos, he makes photographs, he teaches, he's a coach, so he does a lot. Scott Kelby, remember that name. Before we enter the top 3, we have number 4. Since this channel only does post-processing, so editing, I don't think I want to put this in my top 3. But it's a really good channel. It has a lot of tutorials on how to edit photos. It's Fluent. It's a Photoshop learning channel. The guy from Fluent, don't know his name, I always forget, sorry. He's a really great teacher. He's very calm when explaining stuff, repeats stuff enough, not too much, but he's really good to understand and he explains everything in detail so you can easily follow along. So Fluent is a good channel to learn photo editing in Photoshop. So now we're entering the top 3. My 3 personal favorite channels. Keep in mind, this is my personal opinion. You can have another opinion, you can watch other channels, there's more than enough to watch. So let's start with number 3. Coming in on number 3, it's Glen Dewey. It's a really nice guy, he's really easy and he's really easygoing. He really is my favorite photographer. I can learn a lot from him. He's a big inspiration. He loves to tell how he lights the scene, how he puts his models, why he edits in a certain style. He gives great tricks for Photoshop. The nice thing he started recently was doing live broadcasts on YouTube. He takes images or editing styles, he explains what he does live on camera, or he tells something about a photography trip. It's really a nice hour. You should watch if you have some time. So keep in mind, the name is Glen Dewey. Now, the number 2 from my list. That's Kelvin Hollywood. Some of you might know him. If you search for Photoshop tutorials, it's one of the most known tutorials to pop up. One of his most visited Photoshop tutorials on YouTube is Freaky Amazing Details. In this tutorial he shows how to make details in an image really pop using Photoshop. Besides that, he is doing a lot of German content. So if you speak or understand German, it's really a channel you should follow along. He talks about business, how to run your photography business, how to do Photoshop, how to do certain lighting techniques in your studio, how you can do photography outside with flashes. There's a lot of content on his channel. He has several channels, but the most important to follow you will just find by typing in Kelvin Hollywood. Now, at the top of my list, my personal number one if it comes to following along and creating great YouTube content. The one that blew up in a few months, maybe 6 months or something. He's getting huge. More than 1 million subscribers at the moment. Still growing. If it comes to photography, if it comes to video, he will explain it all. You know who I'm talking about? If not, then I don't know where you have been for the last months. Basically on every tutorial he pops up as a recommended video. Yes, it's him, Peter McKinnon. He does Photoshop tutorials, Premiere Pro tutorials, he does photography tutorials, he does a vlog where he shows you everything in his photography life, running his business as a photographer and a YouTuber. He makes great content. I just love to watch his videos. Even I learned a lot the last months from him. He makes great content. I cannot put it in any other words. Just love to watch his videos. As I said before, his vlogs are very popular, but since a few weeks or months he has a new concept. Every Tuesday he does a small tutorial in 2 minutes. It's called 2 Minute Tuesday. He will explain little techniques for photo editing or video editing in 2 minutes. They're really easy to follow along, so if you want to learn something on editing, is it in video or in photography, watch these tutorials. So a brief summary of the top 3 of my personal favorite photography channels. Coming in at 3, Glen Dewey, on 2, Kelvin Hollywood, and at number 1, it's Peter McKinnon. So this was my top 10 photography channels on YouTube. If you like this video, please hit the like button. I hope you enjoyed this and I hope to see you in the next video.